Imagine a world where the heroes are flawed, the villains are often those in power, and the truth is buried under layers of corruption. This isn't just fiction, it's a reflection of reality for many post-colonial African nations. Welcome to the world of African crime fiction, a genre that dares to expose the dark underbelly of societies grappling with the aftermath of independence. For decades, African literature was largely defined by anti-colonial narratives, rural settings, and a focus on realism. But a new wave of writers emerged, eager to explore the complexities of modern African life, particularly in its rapidly growing urban centers. These writers found a powerful tool in the crime novel, a genre that allowed them to dissect the failures of newly independent states, from bribery and patronage to the militarization of politics and police abuse. They challenged the notion that serious African literature had to be solely focused on the struggle against colonialism. Instead, they turned their attention to the internal struggles plaguing their nations. African crime fiction brought the vibrancy and the challenges of urban African modernity to the forefront. These stories depict the hustle and bustle of city life, the constant movement of people, the ever-present threat of crime, and the rapid pace of social change. African crime stories are not just about solving murders, they are about understanding the everyday realities of governance failure. They expose the cracks in the system, the places where corruption festers, and the ways in which ordinary citizens are affected by the abuse of power. The genre also extends beyond the African continent, encompassing the works of diasporic Black mystery writers whose work intersects with African themes and Black urban experiences. Writers like Walter Mosley, with his iconic Easy Rawlins series, have made significant contributions to the genre. Mosley, an African-American writer, became one of the best-known figures in Black detective fiction, exploring themes of race, class, and justice in the urban landscape. Chester B. Himes, another major 20th-century Black writer, pushed the boundaries of crime fiction with his gritty and unflinching portrayals of urban life. Eleanor Taylor Bland broke ground as the creator of the first female African-American homicide detective to star in a series. These writers, though working outside of Africa, contribute to the larger conversation about crime, justice, and identity within the Black diaspora. Mandy Winner's work in South Africa, including her coverage of great African crimes, demonstrates the continuing public interest in crime storytelling from the continent. Her work highlights the genre's ability to shed light on social disorder and the need for public accountability. African crime fiction is not merely a subgenre, it has become an established international category, recognized for its literary merit and its social commentary. The rise of African crime fiction provided writers with a way to grapple with the disillusionment that followed independence. Many of the earlier nationalist narratives had failed to fully capture the complexities of the post-colonial experience. Crime fiction offered a more nuanced and critical perspective, exposing the gap between the promises of independence and the realities of corruption and inequality. By embracing popular forms like crime fiction, African writers expanded the scope of African literature, proving that accessibility and social seriousness could coexist. The genre became a platform for documenting the lived realities of urbanization, including the emergence of new class divisions, the growth of informal economies, and the weakening of public institutions. African crime fiction has become an integral part of a broader cultural conversation about state legitimacy, particularly in contexts where the police, courts, and politicians are perceived as compromised. The genre's focus on corruption and state violence can be politically sensitive. It challenges the traditional view of the state as the solution to crime, instead portraying it as a potential site of criminal activity. In many African crime novels, the state itself is implicated in the crimes being investigated, making the genre a powerful tool for holding those in power accountable. African crime fiction continues to be relevant today, reflecting ongoing issues such as corruption, inequality, police abuse, and political violence. These themes remain central concerns for many African societies, and crime fiction provides a space for exploring them in a compelling and engaging way. The literary popularity of African mystery fiction suggests that modern readers see crime narratives as a valuable tool for understanding contemporary African cities and institutions. These stories offer a window into the complexities of African life, revealing the challenges and opportunities that shape the continent's future. So, the next time you pick up an African crime novel, remember that you're not just reading a story. You're engaging with a powerful form of social commentary, a genre that dares to expose the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be.